Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be taking a look at 19 tips and tricks for the Google Pixel 7. But if you're brand new to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're already a part of the crew, salute. So let's just jump into the first tip and trick for the Google Pixel 7. And this is pretty cool because if you're listening to something in another language, you could easily translate it. But if you want to actually translate what the person is saying when you don't know the language, just hit this little icon right here on the bottom of the volume button. So you'll hit the volume, hit the volume button and turn on live translate right here, or live transcript. You could hit translate to English right here, and it'll automatically translate the language right here to English in another language. So I definitely think that's something that's going to be pretty cool, because you're going to be able to understand what the words to the song are automatically with the live transcript feature that's found on the Google Pixel 7, which I think is pretty cool. You could also do this with text messages. When you go into your text messaging and you get a message in another language, you can pretty much go ahead and swipe up, go ahead and select with the button right there. Then you're going to highlight everything that you see on the screen right here, and it's going to allow you to select the thing that you want to translate. Hit the translate button and you can open up the translator in Google, and it's going to basically translate that for you on the screen. And I think that's something that's pretty cool, because it's going to allow you to basically interact with different people in other languages, which is going to be a pretty dope feature. Now, the third feature that I wanted to talk about was the one-handed mode, which you can easily get to. And so you could just swipe down, and if you want to actually scroll through your device with one hand, swipe down, and it's going to give you the option to get that one-handed mode. Type one-handed mode right here in the settings option, and right here it gives you the one-handed preferences for your keyboard, but it also gives you system one-handed operation mode, which you want to activate, and that way you can pull down and it'll basically give you the one-handed shortcut mode for your Google Pixel 7. So it makes it a lot easier to use this device with one hand. Now, the next feature I want to talk about is going to be pretty cool. It's going to actually allow you to interact with your Google Pixel buds, which I have right here. So what you want to do is you want to go into your settings option again, and it's going to be right here. And what you want to do is activate the feature that's called personal results. So you can see right here that if you activate personal results on this device, when you have your Google Pixel buds in ear and you tap on the left feature on the button right here on the Google Pixel buds, just tap it, it's going to open up the notifications . And right now it's actually reading my notifications, and because I have live translate mode on, it can show up on the display, but you can easily turn that off. If you're the type of person who wants to just read it on your screen, you can keep it on. But I really like the fact that with the Google Pixel buds, it lets you interact with your Google Pixel buds just in case you're driving and you can't really look at your phone. You can easily just tap on the left earbud and receive notifications in this feature right here, which I definitely think is something that's pretty cool. Now, the next feature I want to basically jump into is Google Assistant nickname, and it's going to understand the nickname of that you want to have your phone call you by. And so basically you would just type in this search option right here, nickname, it's going to give you the option right here to say your name the correct way if you hear it. So it's going to say my name. If I had it on default and I tapped play,
Cyrano,
it would say it wrong. So basically you hit record and then you hit record your own. Serrano.
Serrano, Serrano.
I think that's another cool feature. If you have like a really difficult name that's hard to pronounce, that'll be a good feature. Now, another feature that I found really helpful in this device is the quick phrases option as well in Google Assistant. And what you want to do is basically just tap, quick phrases right here inside of settings and tap that. And so it gives you, the option to say stop when you receive a alarm notification. You can just tell your phone stop and then the alarm will stop. You can actually say answer or decline and it will answer or not pick up a phone call. And if you use this feature where it says incoming calls say a quick phrase right here, it can basically, with this feature turned on, if you say answer and you're not aware that the phone is ringing on its own, it'll basically won't answer the device if Google Assistant detects something that sounds similar to answer, it won't actually answer the device. Another thing that the Google Pixel 7 added is the fact that you could do airplane mode with the Wi-Fi on. So what you want to do is turn on the Wi-Fi, and then right here down below it's going to say Wi-Fi stays on. Your phone remembers to keep the Wi-Fi on in airplane mode, and you can change this inside of the Wi-Fi settings. But I think it's still cool that you can actually still get Wi-Fi connection while you're using the Google Pixel device in airplane mode, and it'll allow your phone to basically silence all the notifications if you're in a meeting or something like that, but you can still connect to the Wi-Fi at the same time. Now the next feature I just want to jump into is if you're on a phone call, and you can actually do live transcript mode while you're on a phone call, which allows you to send messages to somebody while you're talking to them. You could easily send them directions, you could easily send them a little quiet notification while you're talking to them. So for example, if I am making a phone call right here, I could easily get to the transcript mode, and I'm dialing my other phone right here, and so the other phone is ringing right now, so I'm going to go ahead and answer. And with the transcript mode, you can type while you're having a conversation, and then the other phone will receive that notification while you're talking. So that's another cool feature that I really like about the Google Pixel, and it's compatible with Samsung devices as well. Something that I just think is a nice feature. If you like, if you're talking to someone but you also want to send them a text message at the same time, it'll give you the transcript feature while you're on a phone call, which is something that I think is really cool. Now the next feature I just want to jump into is the driving assistant mode, and it's basically, if you go into settings right here, you basically can type driving in here, silence notifications while driving, safety, and emergency. So when you have that turned on, whenever you're driving, the phone will recognize when you're driving and it'll turn off all your notifications so that you can stay alert. And if you're the type of person who gets distracted easy, you can easily have this feature turned on automatically while driving, which is another thing that's going to allow you to basically keep yourself safe if you're behind the wheel and you're on the highway and you don't really want to be distracted. I truly appreciate you if you made it this far in the video. I just want to encourage you to hit the like button, remind you to hit the like button because it helps us get this video out to more people. But if you're still here, just type down below in the comment section, I'm still here, so I know you're still kicking it with me. Okay, so the next feature I want to talk to you guys about is direct my call inside of the phone settings. So you basically can go hit the right top corner dot inside of the phone, and hit settings, and if you click direct my call, you can have your assistant transcribe phone menu options live and read through the menu. Your assistant uses technology on your phone to listen to the business, so we can recognize and display a phone menu. It doesn't listen to your microphone, but the audio from the business is temporarily recorded to your device, and the machine's transcript can't accurately show calls in languages and other than English, or when the quality is poor in the network. But I think this feature is cool because when you're actually receiving a phone call, your assistant can pick up the call when the other person is talking for you. And so another feature that's similar to this is going to be also found in here, and it's called inside of the spam and call screen feature. And you want to turn on spam and see call and spam ID, identify businesses and spam calls. You could also click verify calls to see the caller ID and the reason for the incoming call as well, which is another really cool feature. You also do get call screening, which will save the audio from calls answered by your assistant, and it can automatically screen and decline robot calls or possible fake numbers and stuff like that. And so with this turned on, your phone will ring, and then it'll basically detect if this is a spam caller. So I just like that feature that they have that built in, because it's different from other phones as well. Now the next feature I want to talk to you guys about is turning off, going into internet right here at the top, and then going into the internet settings right here. And basically what you want to do is you can turn off auto connect on here, which will basically stop it from connecting to Wi-Fi networks in random areas, which I think is going to be pretty helpful. And you can go to Wi-Fi scanning inside of the settings option right here. You could turn that off because it allows apps and services to scan Wi-Fi networks at any time when the Wi-Fi is off. This can be used, for example, to improve location based on features and services. Another feature that I find really helpful with the Google Pixel 7 is a feature that you can use that's basically going to be called the VPN for Google One, and it's now right here inside of your home notification menu right here, and you can easily connect to the Google One VPN, and you can basically your online activity is private, and you can use the Google's very own VPN to stay protected from hackers and unsecured networks like public Wi-Fi when you're out and about. And I think that's another really cool feature that Google offers from the Google One. And so it's basically free when you have a Google Pixel device, so you don't have to actually pay extra money to get it, because it's going to be packed inside of the Google Pixel devices as well. So I think that's another cool feature that Google offers for the Google Pixel 7 and 7 Pro. Now the next feature I want to jump into is basically to have default apps inside of the settings option right here, and you can go to apps to access it. And basically once you're inside of apps, you can go to default apps right here down below, and you want to choose a caller ID and spam app, which is the phone one. And so it's automatically going to be connected to none, but you want to choose phone, and apps that allow you to identify calls and block spam and robots and unwanted numbers. So that's just another really cool feature found on the Google Pixel 7. Now the next feature that I just want to jump into real quick is turn off Google Assistant with the power on button. So if you touch the power on button, the power button on this device right here, and hold it, you can get your Google Assistant automatically. But if you wanted to turn that off, you can basically go into settings, go down in the device where it's right here, and go to system, and then you can basically go into this option where it says gestures, and now you're going to get a ton of features. One of my favorites is the quick tap to start actions, which will give you a shortcut to your flashlight or your digital assistant to take a screenshot, play or pause media, or see recent apps. But I like to actually toggle the flashlight with the double tap on the back of the Google Pixel. And so when you're out of that and you just hit that back of the phone twice, it's gonna automatically turn the flashlight on, which is a feature that I really do like as well. And so the other option that the gestures feature will offer you is quickly double tap the power button to get your camera. Flip camera for selfies is turned on as well, so you can switch in and out of selfie mode with a twist of your device. You could just twist your wrist when you're in the camera and it can flip to do a selfie. And you can also tap to check phone, turn that on, because if your phone is locked you could just double tap it and turn on the screen or the display, and you can lift to check phone, flip to silence, and get to your one-handed mode, and you can actually change your Google Assistant button to the power button now. So when you actually touch this button right here, the power button, it's not going to do the assistant anymore. It'll actually give you the lockdown, power off, reset, or emergency button, which is something that's pretty cool that you have the option of actually customizing. Now, another thing that's pretty cool about this device is that you can actually say, the secret word, hey, and then I'll just say the G word so I don't activate your device. But you say hey and then the word Google, and then basically what you're going to be able to do is turn the phone on with the screen lock. So now once that you go there, you're going to tap Assistant Voice, and this will give you the option.
Here are the voices you can pick for your
Google Assistant. If you
like this voice and want me to keep using it, just stop here.
So you can actually customize the voice that Google talks to you with. But another thing that I like is that if you want to use your device, the Google device, and basically turn on the screen with your voice, hit a Google Assistant settings right here, and what you can do is screen lock. Use your phone when the screen is locked right here, and you can just say yes, I'm in, and now the assistant responds even when the screen is locked. You can also get personalized results, activate your Google and say that magic word, like tap in your screen, and you can turn that on as well. So now your device will respond even when the screen is locked. But if you don't want to have that feature on, you could still turn it off so that you won't accidentally mess around with that. But you could also turn on this option right here, which will access Google Assistant at any time with the hey G word voice match, which is something that's pretty cool here. So just a lot of features for your personalized assistant from Google as well. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is taking a screenshot on your smartphone. So the quickest way to do that is by swiping up, and then when you're in recent apps, just go to the app that you were trying to do a screenshot of, swipe up and hit the screenshot button right here, and you can easily take a screenshot. But the other option that you have with messing around with the screenshot in any screen is basically using the bottom volume rocker and the power button, and that's how you take a screenshot with the Google Pixel 7 as well. So two different ways to do a screenshot on here. And so the next feature I want to talk to you about is basically adaptive battery, which actually prolongs the battery over time. Go to the settings, go to battery options, go to adaptive preferences, and turn on adaptive charging to extend the span of the battery steadily, increase the longer charging periods, but it's going to give you an extended life of your battery, and it's also going to extend the battery life based on your usage. So those are some quick tips, about 19 to 20 tips and tricks for the Google Pixel 7 that I really do like. Hopefully you guys did find this video helpful in any way possible. But if you did find it helpful, then be sure to hit the like button and I'll get right back with you, okay? But watch the video on the left or the right hand corner. Subscribe on my social media websites right here, and I'll check you guys later. Peace.